Welcome to Siona. As far as our opening hand goes, we've got... Yeah, we've got some... we've got 3 pieces of removal and Elvish Mystic, but this hand is... I don't know, it's just kind of clunky. So it is a perfectly fine hand to keep, but I think we're going to be a little aggressive on this one and go on mulligan. Yeah, there we go. I like this a lot better. We just have a lot more action to kind of transition ourselves into the late game. So we're going to keep on this one in a heartbeat. We've got an Enchantress card draw piece. We've got an Enchantress token piece. We've got a bounce piece with Conjurer's Closet. I love it. In fact, let's just go and put Ethereal Armor on the bottom. Click OK. And let's go and lead off with a Fabled Passage. Grab ourselves a nice... a beautiful basic force. There we go. Have that come into play tapped. Then anything else, we're going to go and pass turn over opponent. We're playing Siona, Captain Siona. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. And but if it's wrong, hey, I do apologize. But that's how it's going to be for the rest of the video. So let's go and go for planes. Let's go for 3 visits. That's going to allow us to get ahead on mana, which is very important for us. And let's grab ourselves, I guess, a Canopy Vista. That way we can keep ourselves open on whatever else. So actually, we already have 2 basics on the battlefield. And then we don't want to cycle that. So anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn to our opponent. So whenever Siona enters the battlefield, look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may reveal an aura card from among them, put them in your hand, the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Then whenever an aura you control becomes attached to a creature you control, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Yeah, there we go. Playing against Keranos, God of Storms, which I will cover here in just a sec. Ooh, Reprobation. Yeah, I think at this point... let's start to go for some card advantage. Let's have Enchanters come down, we'll have Scattered Groves, have that come into play tapped, and then we're going to pass the turn. So playing against Keranos, God of Storms, Indestructible, Devotion 7 turns into a creature, then reveal the first card you draw on each of your turns. Whenever you reveal a land card this way, draw a card. Whenever you reveal a non-land card this way, Keranos deals 3 damage to any target. Let's give a quick shout out to our sponsors, MTGOTraders. If you want to be in Siona's crew while we dig for some auras that deal with our opponent's creatures, or maybe you want to learn how to be a soldier that turns the opposing creatures into a 0/1 coward, hey, head on over to MTGO. Ooh, Parallel Lives with Sun's Grace. Ooh, that sounds really fun. Let's do this. Let's do setting up. Yeah, let's go, because if we get Parallel Lives to stick, awesome. We're going to go for some card draw because I want to try to make the land drop. If they have counter magic for Parallel Lives, it's not that bad. We can still end up going Sun's Grace and still get that incremental value as the game goes on. So I kind of like this as a counterspell test. If they've got it, they've got it. So we're still going to have that card draw. And they're just going to go for a basic land cycling, which we will certainly take that. So let's have Parallel Lives into the battlefield. Hopefully we hit a land off of this Enchantress trigger. Yes, definitely want to use that ability. Heroic Intervention, we will take that. And then anything else, we're going to pass the turn. We could swing in for 0/2, but our opponent's got some mana available, and I'd hate to lose our card draw piece to swinging in. So we will pass the turn. Also, let's give a quick shout out to inkgaming.com/Jolt. If you'd like to treat yourself and you haven't treated yourself in a long time, make sure that you do. Head on over there. They've got a lot of cool playmats and dice bags. And last but not least, I started a Patreon. So if you'd like to... if you'd like to contribute to the Patreon, there's a link down in the description below. Get your name at the beginning or the end of the credits. Or if you want to get your hand on some sweet tokens, head over to, make sure that you're a patron of my Patreon. You'll be automatically entered into the giveaway. So there we go. And that's going to be Rouse Eric punching Enchantress in the face, which, that happens sometimes. So let's have Misty come down. So at this point, do we want to go another setting up with... I think I kind of like this. So let's go and crack Misty. We're going to grab ourselves a Savannah. And with our opponent being tapped out on 4 mana, I really like going for a Conjurer's Closet, because that's going to be a very good option for us. So let's go Conjurer's Closet. Yeah, I'm just not... So, we're looking at another... well, 3 damage. We're going to be able to dodge 3 damage with Sun's Grace. But at this point, I just kind of want to make sure that we're going to have value as kind of the game goes on. So, yeah, let's just do that. Because next turn, it puts us in a position where we can just tap out for Siona and then have her come down and then just be good to go to start digging for some auras. So, or at least hopefully we can find ourselves another Enchantress piece. So, anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn. So, we did cover both commanders. Gave a shout out to our sponsors. If you are keeping score at home... guess what? It's officially free time. Let's have some fun. Now, what are we doing with Siona? This is... oh, we got hit with Smash. So, the only good thing is that we're kind of... our opponent's not ahead on mana. That's one of the better things. And so, if we can somehow kind of deal with some of this other stuff, And that's the cool thing about Enchantress, is that we're going to be able to just build up a board state, hopefully a little bit quicker than our opponent can. So that's going to be Nin the Pain Artist. And I think that's going to be Arcane Signet, just to stop any sort of card advantage from our opponent. Loses all abilities. I think we might. Yeah, let's do this. So actually, let's go Siona. Just kind of see what we draw into, because either way, that's still going to give us the option to go for some sort of ethereal armor. Okay, we will take that. Let's go. Yeah, I think I got. So we can go for the -2. If they go -2 on Siona, it's not the end of the world. And so let's do this for Nin, because if they go -2, then we can just recast it and then kind of be in a good spot. Yeah, I'm fine with this. All right, so we're going to make sure that they don't cash an extra card draw with Nin. One of the things that with Nin the Pain Artist, depending on how you've got it set up in your deck, and if you're playing against Keranos, which tends to be a good stuff deck, Nin the Pain Artist can basically just pop itself for a few extra creature, a few extra cards, or they start targeting some of their token creatures. Either way, I like making sure that we have Nin locked down, because at this point, let's say they tap it, they're going to be able to cash in 4 card draw targeting Nin, which is not exactly what we want to happen. So, kind of see what else can go on. But yeah, as far as the actual deck itself, we do have your kind of basic Enchantress build. We've got all the good Enchantresses in here. We've got Mace Enchantress. You saw V Enchantress over here. We've got the Satyr Enchanter, I think, where enchantment enters the battlefield. We've got the brand new Enchantress piece that filters for lands, I think. I can't remember what it's called. That's going to be Nessian Wanderer. Whenever you end up going, Strionic Resonator, okay. But yeah, the Wanderer, that's going to allow you to have an enchantment into the battlefield. So long story short, we're just generating a ton of value, and hopefully we can find another Enchantress piece and kind of go from there. So now our opponent did end up just going for Keranos and tapping out and passing the turn. So with us going for Ethereal Armor, that's going to allow us to kind of dodge that Ralzeric, which is going to be a very good thing for us. So, and also we can still set it up with Sun's Grace to kind of end up going for a Pegasus. Ooh, there's that card draw piece we were talking about. So I think at this point, that's going to be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. We can still end up going Ethereal Armor with Arcane Signet. I kind of do like that, because that's going to be 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, then Ethereal Armor. Yeah, let's do that. And we're also going to get an extra token with Captain. So let's do that. So it's going to be Arcane Signet. That's going to be a green. Let's have our champion enter the battlefield. And having an Enchantress piece that just turns into a big beater stick. I mean, that is a very nice. This is one of those cards where I was like totally not expecting that. Let's go Ethereal Armor on Siona. It's going to give us a few extra tokens on the battlefield thanks to Parallel Lives, and gives a very sizable creature. So let's have Siona trigger. Let's go for the champion trigger. I'm be able to cash an additional card draw. Really looking for a land, but hey, Gilded Lotus, that's not too bad. And then look at those double human soldiers. I'm digging it. All right, so let's go and swing in for 5/5, and we'll see. Yeah, I think we're going to swing in at Ralzeric, because we just want to get rid of that, because they're going to have the Strionic Resonator ability, and so we just want to go ahead and swing in. And if we can deal with Ralzeric, awesome. If not, we're probably going to see our opponent block with Nin, or Nin the Coward, I should say. They're going to sacrifice Nin the Pain Artist. Why Magic has the Coward creature type, I don't know, but it always makes me laugh. And so anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn over to our opponent. So I will say this is exactly what this deck wants to do. If we end up losing the game, which hopefully we don't, we definitely want to win the game. But basically just saying this is pretty much what you want to be doing with Siona. When you get down something like Parallel Lives, you want to go for some light auras, and then when you use some kind of situational auras to kind of lock down your opponent's creatures. So this is the part of the score sheet you can be like, okay, this is what we're trying to do with the deck. Now we're going to try to win. So, but it's always nice whenever you're building, or at least kind of recording with the new commander, when you get to kind of showcase what is possible. And this is a very good thing. So we got Midlothian Mortars for 4. Dun 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 dun. Bow. Yep, that is gonna get it. Like I mentioned, that's why I just said, like, hey, this is a good board state. This is what you're trying to assemble with Siona. And so, unfortunately, that Midlothian Mortars hurt more than our creatures. It hurt our soul too. So you're keeping score. You can put it on the hurt Jolt's heart on that one. So, but hopefully we can bounce back. We'll see what's going to happen. Land drop is very welcome in this particular scenario. So let's have Command Tower come down. Let's go for. I think we still go for. Yeah, I kind of like that. How do we want to sequence this? So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. That's going to be Gilded Lotus. Now, if we end up going Gilded Lotus, that's going to get us ahead on mana, but it's not going to allow us to protect Sun's Grace. So, yeah, I mean, and then we could have held up Heroic Intervention, but when you're trying to be aggressive, sometimes it's just kind of how Magic goes. So, let's have Sun Grace come down. Hopefully, we can get a few extra tokens going, and especially with Parallel Lives, it's going to be a very good option for us. And just kind of keep our fingers crossed that our opponent is running low on resources. And if they do have an answer, then we can kind of go all in with the Heroic Intervention. So we will be leaving up Heroic Intervention now going forward. The good thing is, though, we do have Siona out of the command zones. Hopefully we can find some sort of enchantment and kind of go from there. So that's going to be 3 damage to Sun's Grace. Yeah, we're going to let that happen because we do have Heroic Intervention as a way to kind of dodge that. So it's going to be Stronic Resonator. Let's just go Heroic Intervention if they're just going to be going for that copy. At the very least, if they have any sort of, spell interaction, counter interaction, that's going to force them to use this during their upkeep, and that's pretty much going to chew up their entire turn. So let's go Heroic Intervention, and we're going to keep our fingers crossed, pray to the magic gods at this stick that we could, oh, look at that. Indestructible and hexproof. We've got some some shields up on our Pegasus, so that's going to be a Keranos trigger, and then I think they're going to have to send that 3 damage over to us. I don't know if they can. If they copy the trigger, they still have to end up targeting. Yeah, they have to redirect over to us. So it's going to put us down to 26, and then that last 3 damage is going to be Keranos, and that should fizzle. So yeah, there we go. But yeah, as far as the rest of the deck, we are running some bounce effects in here. We do have Cloud Shift, Ephemeral, it's the 1 mana EPH EM array. That's going to allow us to bounce our creature with Rebound. We've got some, one of the things I wanted to do in this deck is I didn't necessarily want to go super heavy Voltron where we have a ton of auras. And so if we have an aura in here, it's something that's high impactful, something like Ethereal Armor, something like Rancor, something like All That Glitters. And so that's just really going to help us kind of push our game plan. So, all right, so we've got Ralzeric, and thankfully with us having flying, that's really going to allow us to kind of mess with the Ralzeric, and especially with our opponent being tapped out. So if we can somehow find another aura, yeah, we might end up having to go for Siona. Simply just to make sure that we can deal with Ralzeric. Because if they get to that -7, that's not going to be fun. We don't want that to happen. And they're going to be able to sacrifice Reform and get themselves a nice little 3/3 and then turn that into a 6/6 and then turn that into a 9/9. So if you're ever playing Aristocrats that has blue in it, Reform is a very fun card to have. So let's see what we draw into. Let's see, something good. Let's go. Come on, Magic God. Swords to Plowshare, which is very nice. We can actually go... I think I kind of like going swords on this. So let's go Siona first. That's going to be... Yeah, I think, do we want to do that? So it's going to be Siona. We can grab ourselves an enchantment. And either way, they're going to be able to sacrifice. But if we make them lose their ability, then that might end up working out. Yeah, let's just go for that. Let's see if we can't cash in some sort of aura. I thought about going for Gilded Lotus, but I really like this, the battlefield effect. So let's see what the top auras are going to be on this one. Nothing. All right, put those on the bottom. And then... I still think we swords on this one because once that turns into 6/6 and a 9/9, that's not going to be that good. And they have no way to sacrifice it. So we're going to go with Swords to Plowshare. We're going to leave ourselves a little bit open, but they've only got 1 card in the hand. And then if they do get lucky and deal with Sun's Grace, it's a bummer with the Stronic Resonator and Keranos, but at least we're looking at knocking down Ralzeric just a little bit. So let's go and push in at Ralzeric. That's going to be a 3/4. There we go. Make sure Ralzeric doesn't get his epic experiment going and get all those extra turns. But maybe they get to -7 and then they miss all their coin flips. That'd be pretty cool. And then anything. Actually, I wouldn't wish that. I would scoop up to that because that would make me feel very bad. So, all right. So our opponent is going to run into Talisman of Creativity, and that will allow them to pop our Archon of Sun's Grace. So hopefully we can generate some card advantage going forward. Our opponent is kind of stuck at 2 cards in the hand. And so kind of see what's happening. Now, if our opponent does end up going -2 on Siona, that'll just give us an opportunity to kind of dig a little bit deeper in our library, find another aura. And so we'll see what we end up doing. Oh no, and our opponent used Bolus's clutches to steal Siona. We do have Homeward Path in here, but that... that was the last play I was expecting with Bolus's clutches. So if that's the case, we'll see what we're going to draw into. We may not be getting this game on this one. So And then we draw the Teferi's Protection. You're late to the party, partner. Let's go Arcane Signet. And he's like, hey, I heard you needed me. Our commander's gone. A little late to the party there. All right, so we're going to have Gilded Lotus come down. I think, yeah, we'll just end up just passing the turn. We do have an open Teferi's Protection. And so I don't know exactly what we need it for, but it will be available to us and our opponent's down a card. So let's just go ahead and let them do that. It's going to be Rolling Thunder. Okay. It's going to be 3 damage to us. And at this point, since I have been kind of recording for a little bit, I'm going to let them go through their turn, and then I will jump into commentary when something happens. And then our opponent did end up going for did end up going for that Stronic Resonator on Keranos, and that is such a good. I mean, just being able to pop your opponent for 6 damage in a turn is such a good feeling. Hopefully, we can grind this one out. I will be honest, it's probably not looking like we're going to be able to, just simply because they're going to have the double Keranos triggers each turn with Stronic Resonator, and that's going to be double card draw, and that's going to be double. And then the fact that they do have Rolling Thunder, that's pretty much going to clean up any board state. We almost have to sequence it with Teferi's Protection. So let's kind of see what we rip into, and if we don't, then we just might end up, well, that actually does... It kind of helps us out. So I was just not that I don't want to scoop it up, but you know when a deck is against the ropes, and I definitely know that this deck is against the ropes. But Sigil of the Empty Throne, in addition to Teferi's Protection with Parallel Lives, hey, that gives us a game plan now. So we have something to work towards. But yeah, one of the cool things with us ripping into Sigil of the Throne is that now, we have our opponent has our commander, which is a bummer, and then we have to dodge. Let's add that mana. And then, but yes, our opponent has our commander, so that's kind of a bummer. But the fact that we did rip into Sigil and Parallel Lives, if we start to find some of our auras, we can just place them on the creature and then go from there. Like I mentioned, we're missing out on Ral Zarek. And I think if they end up going Ral Zarek, I think we can just like Teferi's Protection. I mean, we may not win the game, but at least we can kind of grind it out. We'll see. But yeah, we're going to lose that mana off Arcane Signet. That's fine. But yeah, because if we Teferi's Protection, no matter what they do with their extra turns, they're just going to get some card advantage. So we might be able to dodge that. So, all right, we're going to stick this one out. We drew into some very, very nice things. And especially Sigil and Parallel Lives. So let's see what we go for. Okay, we're at turn 12. And Panharmonicon. Okay. I guess we just get it down. We'll tap down Signet, and 1, 2, 3. Have Panharmonicon come down, and then anything else? No, I think we'll go and pass the turn. The only other issue that we're looking at is with the reveal. Whenever you land card, draw card. So they revealed an island. It's going to be Sulphur Falls. Copy that extra trigger. If we don't hit something, because we're looking at Ral Zarek, and then next turn Ral Zarek is going to ultimate. And so this going to be TikTok the Explorer. Let's see. Oh, and then they've got Keranos assembled too now. So that's going to be 8 coming across, and that's going to be 9. So we are looking at almost, luckily, that's going to give us 18. So hopefully we can kind of stabilize from that. If we don't hit an aura next turn, we're definitely toast after next turn. So we're going to go and take this hit. That's going to put us down to 10. It's going to be 6 total commander damage. Let's see what we rip into, because if we actually draw into one of our aura pieces, we can deal with Keranos since it's a creature now, and that's going to make it not be a basically not be at that value engine at the beginning of their upkeep. Okay, then do end up, and this is a pretty cool build by our opponent. Looks like they have a sacrifice build. They get Tuck the Explorer, and then we've got the returned artifact creature out there. So, yep. Hey, this is Commander. Let's have some fun. All right, let's keep our fingers crossed for an aura. Deep Forest Hermit is not that, but we get some squirrels. Squirrels, Parallel Lives, and Pan. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, so let's go. And that's the other thing. If you're building enchanters, you just want to build these kind of value board states. All right, so we're going to go for Deep Forest Hermit. That's going to be double Panharmonicon triggers. It's going to be double Parallel Lives tokens. And so we might be able to close this one out. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so that's going to be 8. That's going to be 16 squirrel tokens. That sounds like a good plan to me. You know, you can definitely check the 16 squirrels on your score sheet. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. And the fact that we've got a tribal lord with Deep Forest Hermit. Yes, all right, that's good. All right, anything we've got Squirrel Force 1 assembled. Anything else we pass the turn. This is this is what you came here for, is a Deep Forest Hermit in a in an aura deck. That's what we came to have some fun. So if we let's see if our opponent ends up going for Ralzeric. Yeah, if they end up actually going, so that's gonna be land cards, so that's good. So that's not direct damage because I want to hold on to Teferi's Protection as long as possible. Because with Teferi's Protection, if they do end up going for Ralzeric, they're not gonna be able to close the game out because we have to wait until our next turn, and we might be able to close it out. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so this gonna be Keranos trigger. If I'm our opponent, they're probably just gonna go for the -7 right away, and then. Now, one thing that they can do is, well, actually, Stuffy Doll will be phased out. So either way, we're going to be okay. So let's see. If they tick up Ralzeric, that might get it. I don't know. This this is what makes Commander fun. We've got Squirrels versus the Returned over there. So, and this might be a Rolling Thunder. And if that's the case, do we let this Rolling Thunder go? Oh, yeah. No, we have to go for Teferi's Protection because they got Stuffy Doll out there. So if they end up going Rolling Thunder. Ooh, bummer. Tap. Okay, and they are actually going to plus up on Ralzeric, so they didn't immediately go for the ultimate. So they're going to untap another permanent, tap down Command Tower. Yeah, because if they end up going Rolling Thunder, because that damage is going to get redirected to us. 12 damage divided, and you choose among any number of targets. And so let's see how they split this one up. Okay, so they're going to go Rolling Thunder. And actually, they're just going to pop these creatures, which, I mean, are we okay with that? They're just going to hit the squirrel tokens? They're going to want 1 damage. Am I missing something? So they're doing 1 damage to each of these squirrels. And, oh, and that will clean them out. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I guess at this point, we might as well just go into Fairy Protection with them being tapped out. So let's do that. We're going to go to Fairy's Protection. We're going to go and phase out right now. We're going to take our squirrels and go home. And I think that's going to be sitting that. We'll see how they decide to swing in, but if we can deal with some of these other, I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be lethal, but I think we can get in for a pretty good chunk of damage because it's going to be 16 times 2. That's going to be 32. And then, yeah, that's not going to be lethal. We'd almost have to clear the entire board out. So, all right, our opponent's just left sitting there with our commander, Stuffy Doll. And, I mean, look at this board. This is this is a beautiful board state. They got a Ralzeric that's waiting to be ultimated. But they are tapped out, so we'll see what we can draw into. Okay, so our opponent's swinging in. They may have just misunderstood Teferi's Protection, but if that happens, hey, this is magic. I'll take every little bit of advantage that we can get. All right, so they decided to swing in, which is going to clear the way for us to have these. There we go. That's going to be Vanishing 3. And then let's see what. Come on, something good. Ranker. Oh. How do we do this? Okay, so gets +1/+1 for each artifact that you control. So if that happens to Stuffy Doll is dealt damage. It deals that much damage to the chosen player. So if we do that, if we put it onto one of our creatures, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But we've got to swing out with the entire crew on this one. Yeah, because that's going to be 5. That's going to be 7. We've got 32. We've got exactly 33. Oh man, if this just had like flash or something, my goodness, that would that would be good. But let's go and swing in. We're going to swing in with the entire crew. We're going to get our opponent down to 1 with these blocks. I'm going to attack. Well, do we want to swing in at Ralzeric? I think we present lethal. I mean, they're going to get the round because we have to swing in a few creatures at Ralzeric. I guess if we want to kind of deal with that. Yeah, let's do this. Because swinging in for lethal doesn't really matter. So we might as well deal with Ralzeric. So it's going to be Ralzeric, 2, 4, 6. That's going to be 8. And then 1 block on Stuffy Doll. So that's going to be 5 creatures. And then everybody else is going to be... Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody else is swinging up top. There we go. And then anything else. No, we're going to click OK. So swinging with the entire crew. And one of the things with, I guess we could have left up a creature, but at this point, we just want to deal with Ralzeric, getting rid of that ultimate. That's going to be very important for us. And then hopefully we can just get lucky. I mean, they're going to miss out on the extra turns, and if they don't have a way to block, we might be able to close it out next turn. Because we still have at least 10 times 2. That's going to be 20 damage coming across, especially with Deep Forest Hermit. And so we'll see what else can happen. So we've got 2 from Stuffy Doll that puts us down to 8, and then 3, 6. So we do go all the way down to 2 if the draw goes good. We'll see. All right, so it's going to put them down to 12, and then I guess, yeah, we can get an angel on the battlefield. Yeah, that'll work. All right, so let's put all that glitters onto Squirrel token, and that's going to give us 2 angel tokens. Yeah, that'll be good. With Parallel Lives. Okay, yeah, this is a good showing. I'm happy with the way this video's turned out. It's kind of weird, kind of long, but this is kind of showing you what can happen late game, especially if we don't have our commander. So we've got double of those tokens, and then anything else, we will pass the turn. So we're going to be able to stop them from swinging in. If Tuck Tuck wants to swing in, the little goblin robot, there we go. Oh, and actually going to see 3 damage up top, and then that's going to be resonated for another 3, so that's going to put us down to 2. And so, thankfully, we're able to block on Captain and Tuck Tuck. So, but let's go and let them get this turn going, and then we'll kind of jump into commentary once they do something. Okay, so we are down to 2 after that Keranos trigger, and they drew into Archetype of Aggression. So creatures you control have Trample, which allows them to get in for 1 extra damage. So if they can ping us for 1 damage somehow, that is not going to be good. Now, if they swing in with Stuffy Doll, and actually, yeah, I think they can close the game out. So they go Skull Clamp. So if they go for Archetype of Aggression, creatures you control have Trample. They're going to be able to swing in with double Angels. Yep, that's going to put us down to 1. It's going to put us down to 1 once they go for that. And then with the Archetype of Aggression, that's going to be Trample. And then we have no cards in the hand, and that leaves them open for Siona and Tuck Tuck. So that should be the game. So good game to our opponent. But yeah, like I mentioned, unfortunately we missed out on our commander. You can see where we were trying to get some good stuff moving on our side, but Bolas decided that she needed to be on their side. And so, but it also goes to show you that even if we do lose our commander, the fact that we do have this overlapping just kind of value engine built into our deck between Parallel Lives, entering the battlefield, and casting enchantments, we're able to kind of build up a very sizable board state. I mean, look at all these squirrels. What deck do you get to get a squirrel army like that, in addition to Siona just being very happy? So it's nice that Siona decides to welcome everybody into her army. Angels or squirrels, you have a place there. But yeah, just simply value cards like Sigil and Parallel Lives just goes a very long way. So our opponent's going to go for culling to cash in some extra card draw. And what did you say? I guess they sacrifice Tuck Tuck to... Not sure what they've got going on. Maybe they're just looking for a straight up just burn spell or something like that. So, all right, Magnamaw. Okay, so we're going to get Magmaw, and it's going to be sacrificing on land permanent. It deals 1 damage to any target. So they will be able to finally close it out without having to swing in. They've got their whole pick of the litter over there as far as whatever they... In fact, for a flavor, well, actually... Yeah, there they go. All right, good game to our opponent. That was a lot of fun. And that was also a very interesting Keranos build, kind of like a sacrifice damage build. So, a lot of fun. Unfortunately, we didn't get a very explosive Enchantress thing. When you think of Enchantress, you think of a ton of card draw. But we're able to kind of put this deck through the ropes, kind of go through the late game and try to close it out. And you can see how close we got if we're able to deal with Ralzeric a little bit earlier. We could have swung in. If we have something that's not all that glitters and our opponent doesn't have a Stuffy Doll out there, then it's almost like a no-brainer to swing in and get their life total down super low. But hey, that's magic. They're running Stuffy Doll, and that kept us from swinging in because that would have killed us. So anyways, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks.